Brad, I know we talked about the joys and wonders of Prancisize. Other than that, how did your family find Lutheran Church of the Master? What's your story?
Did you ever have that experience and have that moment in your life that you knew your life had changed, your family's life had changed, and in particular, your son's life? The Lyons family did. Wednesday, January 5th, 2005. Flashback to Tuesday night. We're watching the bowl championship game with Oklahoma and USC. Our son Joe was going out for coffee with his recently broken up girlfriend, Lindsay, of 4 years. Lindsay was a great gal. She was a frequent visitor to our house. She was a member of the Troy High softball team. She was part of our family and the softball family. That night, Lindsay picked up Joe during the football game, which I thought was kind of strange. I never could understand girls coming over and picking up boys in cars. I guess that's because I'm old and it's a different generation. I couldn't understand that. But off they went. Robin and I hadn't seen Lindsay in a while. We stood in the doorway, and they drove off. We waved, hoping maybe they'd get back together. Life sure throws you some curveballs. Wednesday, January 5th. Snowed falling overnight. Why do I live in Michigan? Why couldn't my parents grown up and had me grow up in Florida? As always, at the Lyons house, in the bedroom, the TV was on Channel 7, and I noticed Bill Proctor describing a fatal auto accident standing at the corner of Long Lake and Livernois in Troy. An unidentified 20-year-old Troy resident had died. Living in Troy at the time for 20 years, coaching softball at Troy High, sending 3 kids to Troy schools, having a wife who worked for Troy schools. The visual image of our neighborhood caused my mind to wander. I knew in my heart that something had happened that would change our lives forever. The phone rings, very much startling me as I went into the shower. Robin answered the phone. It was Mike Cianciolo. The unidentified 20-year-old in the Channel 7 report had been identified. It was his daughter. It was our Lindsay. Our son Joe, he had to have answers. You all know, 21-year-olds got to have an answer. We'd been frequent visitors to Lutheran Church of the Master over the years, never consistently. Honestly, we were holiday and big day churchgoers. Joe called Pastor Tom Barbarette as he wanted to talk to the person he identified as a servant of God. Joe and Robin came to the LCM seeking answers, advice, counsel, and comfort. Pastor Tom didn't know us at all. His words comforted my family, especially my son Joe. He visited the funeral home, comforting Joe and Lindsay's family. He was quite a man. We discussed the need to find a church. We had been churchgoers in the past. Something was missing in our lives. Sunday, January 9th, over there in the second row. You all notice I'm sort of a creature of habit. I'm always in the second row on the left, and even the baptisms throw me off. They're in my seat. What a strange sight the Lutheran Church of the Master members had to wonder. Who was this group of sad, crying people? Linda Alsis came over and gave me a Kleenex. Linda, that's something I'll never forget. I looked at Robin and I said, we're home. Pastor Paul might ask me, Brad, why do you stay? Pastor Paul, the message, the faith, the music, the people. Where else can I hug other ladies? Rita Solomon, Linda Zabansky, Joyce Miller, Donna Shelby, even you, Bob.
Bob's not.
Where else is it okay for Robin to hug Fred and Al and anybody else who gets in her way? We got new dinner partners in Mike and Millie Murdoch. Where else could I have met characters like Dennis McDermott, Al Villarreal, Kathy and Charlie DeMaria, Terry Boycott? I haven't recognized that wedding yet, Terry. I think some things have changed, but you're still Terry Boycott to me. Sherry Rose, Bob and Chris Kelly. Hear the comforting deacon voices of Jim Creighton, Mike Martin, Mike Macias, and Donna Shelby. The sermons that make you think, challenge your faith in your life. The only place on earth where I can feel good, cry, learn, worship, question myself, and everything in my life. I leave you with 5 simple rules to be happy. Free your heart from hatred. Free your mind from worries. Live simply, give more, and expect less.
I am humbled. I thank you for your stories, for what you shared with us both. It can be easy to take this place for granted, and you have reminded us of the ways Jesus works in and through Lutheran Church of the Master and makes a difference in the lives of people. I can't thank you two enough. Thank you.